This is Dee with Divine Needle, and this is a reading about the partial solar eclipse occurring in Taurus. Coming up Saturday. Yeah. Anyway, let's get into this reading. But first, if you need a private reading, the information is in the description box below. So for the collective, let's find out what's going on, shall we? Here's the astrology tomorrow. Not only do we have the sun and the moon at 10 degrees in Taurus, but we also have Uranus in Taurus at the same time. And Mercury has just went over into Gemini, its home sign. The other thing that's interesting is Venus and Jupiter are also together, just like the sun and the moon, in Pisces. So water and earth energy. Also, if you look here, Pluto has gone stationary in Capricorn, so it's going to be doing its retrograde. We're also in the shadow phase of Mercury retrograde. And it's funny because everybody's like, don't do anything during Mercury retrograde, everything breaks. It's been my observation watching the other tarot readers and things that happen that it is the shadow phase coming into and going out of Mercury retrograde is when the most havoc occurs. And most of it's leading into. That's just been my observation. Anyway, so interesting energies playing out. Venus meeting the luck of Jupiter. Pretty interesting. Then, and the moon will be in Taurus. And it went into Taurus sometime yesterday. And it'll spend 2.5 days there. So, and it's, of course, part of the mishmash of what's going on with the whole solar eclipse. The Sabian Mysteries picture. A Red Cross nurse. I got a couple of impressions off of this. And one of them was the whirling dervish, which is interesting because I got off that Christmas tree that whirling sensation, like in a car wash, the brushes that spin. And then we get this whirling dervish. The title of it's a Red Cross nurse. The other thing I can't help but notice is all the dots all over. And they reminded me of a couple of things. Like, it reminds me of those little beings, the attachments people get, how they lie in wait, just waiting for one false move from, this person walking the tightrope, basically. Just one, letting your guard down. The emotional darkness, letting that overtake you, and these guys just waiting for the opportunity. But I also it also reminded me of herding kitties for some reason. I don't know why, but it does. I guess we'll see how that plays into the reading. All these different things, but it's interesting. The color of it reminds me of iodine. And it's interesting because the moon in Taurus is the neck, vocal cords, throat, and thyroid. And the thing your thyroid needs is iodine. And That Sabian Mysteries picture reminds me of splatters of iodine. Are we going to need that for a reason? I don't know. So, I think that's what they gave people for radiation exposure, wasn't it? Huh. Interesting. The time for surgeries has passed, so no surgeries at this time, and particularly in the neck, vocal cords, throat, thyroid gland. But generally, surgery is not advised during a waning or during a waxing. During the waning's okay, just as long as it's not, say the moon happens to be in the head, teeth, tongue, arteries, then you don't want to do a surgery involving any of those, but everything else is game. See what I'm saying? Anyway, but right now surgery's off the table. Starting, well, midday today, or late day today, Friday. But this reading is for Saturday, April the 30th. New moon in Taurus, solar eclipse, along with all the other retrograde shenanigans, etc. So, okay, let's get to the reading. They wanted the tea leaves, so we're going to do tea leaves for the collective today. And this deck, wow. See, Mercury retrograde. It's a thing. A lot of people are having some craziness going on. That deck tends to make the camera do some freaky stuff. That's what I was getting ready to say. And instead, it was the deck doing freaky stuff instead of the camera. Anyway, let's take a look for the collective. Okay. Not wasting any time. Boot. Feather. Cobweb. Door. And valley. Okay. The boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Feather. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. Cobweb. Protected from negative forces beyond your control. You know, it's funny because, see the web back here? And the whole, I just showed you the Sabian Mysteries picture with the little guys that hang around just waiting for a weak moment to attach to you. Well, the Native Americans made dream catchers that look like a spider's web to catch, well, what people call bad dreams, but the bad dreams are caused by those weird little spidery orb-looking things. And what better thing to catch a bug than a spider web? Anyway, protected from negative forces beyond your control. Door, opportunities are waiting for you. And valley, deep personal strength and peace that assure success. That's a good feeling, right? All right. That's all they wanted from those today. So that's what we're going with. Whew. Okay, for the collective, and not for today, it's actually for tomorrow, but it'll be posted today, so yeah. All right, for the collective tomorrow, the overall energy for the collective tomorrow. 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 Bereaved. Three of Swords. What's our highest priority for the collective tomorrow? Highest priority for the collective tomorrow. Wow. Okay. Felt like that one's supposed to be on the bottom. A Fool card. Okay, we have Ace of Swords, the Nine of Cups, wish granted, Discerning One, Two of Wands, the Demon, battling the Typhon, Key 15, and Fool card, Spirit and Petition of Spirit. That's interesting, because it says protected from negative forces beyond your control, and we have the Demon and the Discerning One. All right. And what does the collective need to be mindful of and or prepare for? What does the collective need to be mindful of and or prepare for? Journeyman. Dedication. Holy See. Key 5. That is the Taurus card. Hierophant card. All right. Let's do a little sneak peek. Ooh, Magician. Oh, look at that. Major Arcana. Like crazy on that. Manifesting a new experience. And an ending to the corruption. Wow. Ending corruption. Interesting underlying. Overall energy, the bereaved. Three of Swords. Heartbreak. Disappointment. And it is Saturn Day, by the way. Saturday. New moon, solar eclipse. And Taurus. I wonder if they're talking about the eclipse itself with this. A lot of times the heart is representative of the planet itself. Feel how the wings are blocking the sun. That could be what that is indicating. The highest priority for the collective, however, is brand new beginning, truth and clarity, the aha moment. Wish granted. This is like victory. Victory on something you really wanted. This is something that fulfills you individually. The Nine of Cups, self-satisfaction. The card of Jupiter, the wish granted. And Jupiter is going to be meeting up with Venus in Pisces. Interesting, Jupiter in Pisces. The discerning one. Two of Scepters. This is looking out over the horizon and picking the path. Making that choice. You got the world in your hand. What are you going to pick? Battling the typhoon. This is overcoming fear or addictions. And the Keeper, spirit in search of spirits. So that's connecting with your version of God, so to speak. Spirit in search of spirit. It's interesting because this almost indicates a clearing of corruption, either internally, internal blockages, or external, including exorcisms, interestingly enough. Because that's kind of what it's looking like, but this could be exercising not just demons, but anything that holds you back and keeps you blocked. What to be mindful of, prepare for. This is focused dedication. This is perfecting your work. Like, yeah. Making each one a little bit better. So high dedicated focus. Looks like a very interesting day. Major wish fulfillment over a path that you picked. And the clarity to make that choice. That's your highest priority. Make the choice. You're being protected from the negative forces. So for those of you that actually help people exercise those attachments from themselves, the corruptors, the demons, you're being guided and protected to do that very mission. Some of you can actually see them. So working in a team with somebody else, it could be beneficial. Like working in a team with somebody that actually does exorcisms, a holy see, right? It's funny because whenever I see this card, it tells me, look up, look up. That feels like the eclipse energy. Interesting. Anyway, I hope this solar eclipse, new moon in Taurus reading is helpful. Just to get some quick clarity, let's do some quick clarity on the Three Swords, please. Clarity. On the Three Swords. Clarity on the Three Swords. Came in kind of sideways. Eight of Cups, Page of Cups. Walking away from what you previously built. Could be with a child. Page of Cups. Could be a water sign. It's interesting because the previous cards from the previous reading was Hermit. In the overall, the highest priority was the Death card, and the Mindful of Prepare For was Star card. Anything further about the Three of Swords? Anything further? I've got these cards stuck on my thumb with the sun on top. The sun, happiness, moving on to calmer waters requires strength. There's our Eight of Pentacles again, focused dedication on your material fulfillment. This is light at the end of the tunnel. Dedicated focus on the light at the end of the tunnel. A lot. It's interesting because there's a lot of transitional energy happening. So it could just be someone leaving a job and putting their focus in a new direction. What fulfills them materially. That's what it feels like. Okay. Well, that definitely provided clarity. Yeah, I did. Clarity twice. Ace of Swords, bottom of the deck. All right. You heard it. So that's for the energy of this eclipse coming up. Yeah, I hope that helped you out. And gives you a little inkling into opportunities that are waiting for you. Deep personal strength and peace that assures success. We have the Strength card right here. That's what they're talking about. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. That's this dedication card that came up twice. The Eight of Orbs. Somebody you know is undependable and insincere. Could be the Page of Cups. Anyway, good opportunities ahead by the looks of it, which is awesome. I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic Saturn day. And more readings to come. Thanks, guys.